Where do I start when it comes to programming for a beginner compared to an expert lifter? In this video, I'm going to go over the two main variables that we see the biggest difference of with a beginner compared to an experienced or an expert lifter. When we think about beginner lifters, what's the biggest thing that they're going to do? It's the skill of the movement. They don't know how to actually do the movement to actually put load on themselves and actually increase that load over time. Whereas an experienced lifter, they have the strength, they have the skill to be able to load that movement heavy. So that means they're going to create more stress. So the first variable that we see is a intensity difference. We're going to see a beginner athlete have a lower intensity purely for the fact that they don't know how to do the movement well enough to actually load up the barbell or the dumbbell to actually create more stress. Whereas a experienced lifter, they're going to be able to load that bar much more, which is causing more stress, which is going to be able to drive more adaptation. So the second main difference is the frequency. Due to the fact that a beginner lifter cannot load the barbell enough because of the skill, they can have more frequency of that movement more often. Take an example of a back squat for a beginner lifter. They may be able to back squat 4 times a week. This more exposure to that movement, being able to actually increase their skill, will allow them to learn the movement quicker, which then allows them to load the barbell up more, which means as they progress into that experienced lifter, the frequency of those movements are going to move down because now they're able to create enough stress for adaptation with a singular week training day of that exercise. Where in the experienced lifter, again, they may only go 1 day a week of back squatting, but because they know the movement and they're stronger, they may need a week to recover for that next training session. So again, when we think about the difference between beginner and experienced lifters, we're going to see an intensity difference and a frequency difference, allowing them to do that. This means we can have the exact same training session for a beginner and an experienced lifter, but it may be at different days and frequencies throughout the week. So we have to take into account the whole weekly schedule of their lifting sessions, not just a single day or a single exercise when we start with a beginner or an experienced lifter to be able to do that. And remember, systems drive success, so start building.